Do 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 do.
Daddy's in the building, broadcasting live from many parts unknown. Joining me on the sticks, he's that bad dad of COD. You might know him as Muscle V, but we know him as Dixie.
Yo, yo.
And our associate producer, and our head of sales, the scariest Jew in Jewville, Boo Radley.
Yeah.
And the man, who's our executive producer and the shirts have forgotten, he is the Pants Man.
On mute. Hello, mute.
And you can feel free to ask me anything, for I am your king of COD. I am Jeeves, and I welcome you to another edition of Call of Daddy 2. We're doing food all week long. Tonight we're talking restaurants, but before we get into any of that, Muscle V, why don't you remind us what happened last episode?
Last time on COD Daddies. Our heroes were talking pirate, because why not? Boo was missing once again. This seems to be common occurrence.
Whoa.
The heroes talked about their favorite pirates with Blackbeard, the Dread Pirate Roberts, and of course the legendary Captain Long John Silver. When given the chance to steal, Pantsman would steal a couple $100 from his fast food safe. Muscle V would steal paintings, and Jeeves would steal John Travolta's face and put it on Boo's body.
I didn't tell you about that, Boo.
Our heroes discuss their ideal pirate life by choosing their ideal vehicle, lair, pet, attire, booty, and bounty. With the heroes continuing on, second kill battle, called Greed, the scores are as follows, with Muscle V at 17 and Jeeves at 25. With snipers, still nothing has changed. Let's continue on to our adventures.
This kill battle, Greed, has lasted for seemingly weeks and weeks. It feels like it's been forever.
Well, there's a couple interesting. I'm glad you brought that up. This was the first weekend where we moved it forward 0%. We played no games over the weekend.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that
Yeah.
you played plenty of games and just killed nobody.
No, that's why we didn't progress it 2 to 3 kills like we normally do.
Right.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
This has been due to a number of things. You know, the hackers and injuries and travel, and the world's kind of opening back up. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
The Oscars.
Yeah, people are fighting in award shows. Can you believe this? I
Tense
wanted to
times,
make
man. It's tense times.
wanted to make the whole theme of the show slaps, but we passed on it.
We
you guys
want
saw-
to be evergreen. We don't want to be too topical.
Yeah, it's true.
The whole thing was staged by the Illuminati. It was
I
all
mean-
the Illuminati.
Obviously, there's no reason to talk about it for too long because everyone's talking about it. But I mean, it looked fake at first, right? The way that Chris Rock leads into it.
And also the open hand slap. Like, I don't know any man who's defending his wife open-handing slapping another man.
Name me
It's-
one time you've seen a man defend his wife in real life.
The other dude got fucked up.
Well, that slap is straight out of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like straight out of the sitcom. And his reaction too. All right. Well, speaking of a man who slaps, Boo, where were you on Thursday? We did a lot of speculation, as always, as we're always one to do when you're out. What happened?
So, as you guys all know, my backup nickname is Boring Boo. And one of the reasons why they call me Boring Boo is because I'm a 90-year-old man. So I was fast asleep as soon as I made the decision that I was not being able to join the show. As soon as I sent that text to punch out for the show, I was asleep.
We do know that. I mean, we do know that anytime you send us a text, no matter how early in the evening, if you say, I don't think I'm going to make the show tonight, it
No, that would
means
be-
you're already asleep.
That would be one thing. Every time it's maybe I'll be on. Who knows? It's like, yeah, we know what that means.
Yeah, we had to come to terms with the fact that maybe means no.
I want to give you a little bit of hope.
Yeah, don't do that.
False hope is not hope, Brad.
Oh,
see.
wow. Oh, wow.
worth it.
I saw an opportunity to slap him, and I had to.
We were so close to having our first week of no guests and all four of us on all episodes, but thank you, Boo. You almost
I got
did.
you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
buddy.
I got you.
Anyway, at least be interesting next time you're gonna miss. Like, kill a guy, be on the lam, do something so that we can talk about it the next episode.
You know what would have been great is if you were playing Call of Duty.
that would actually make me really mad.
Today I was telling somebody about the stream, and they asked me what game you play, and I legit had to look it up because I had no idea.
Oh my
Well,
god.
we've talked about it a number of times. I don't think on any of the episodes you've been on.
That's fair.
So Boo, as you know, you missed Pirates, which ended up being a crazy episode. I highly recommend anyone go back and listen to episode 22. All three of us, I think, lost our minds. But with that, I think we had a poll to figure out who did the best pirate work. So Muscle V, what happened in the poll?
Yes, we did have a poll. It was posted over the weekend, and when I went to go look at the results, you would never have guessed what happened.
Obviously, I won because I'm very good at pirate stuff.
No, when I opened it up, a picture of shiny shorts in a pirate outfit popped up.
None of them. Are you kidding me?
No, this is serious.
You can't laugh and say this is serious.
It really happened, and unfortunately, the poll of 100 people disappeared.
That's
Well,
fudged.
I had a chat with Shiny Shorts.
You guys communicate. I didn't know that.
We text.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
And he actually told me that he intended to, take it down and thwart your 100-person poll or whatever. But when he went in and hacked it, there were no results. It was already there was nothing to steal. But he put up his picture anyway. He worked hard on that photo.
That's very debatable. I think there's definitely people answering the polls.
Are you saying that Shiny Shorts is an unreliable narrator?
He's a hacker.
I like the idea that Shiny Shorts is helping us save face. He's like, oh my god, they don't have any results. This is making me look bad since I'm their nemesis.
Can you imagine being the nemesis of us? Oh,
yeah.
So pathetic.
I think you could.
I could be a nemesis?
No, I think you could imagine it because you're an imaginary buddy. I love the idea of a horror film where it's like a split personality, but you can text your other self. That's a great way to do that. M. Night.
There was a good chunk of my life where I texted myself as a way of reminding myself of things.
Oh, because you're crazy? What are you talking about?
It was like a way to be like, oh, I can't forget to stop at the grocery store or whatever it was. And so I would just send myself a text. So I'd have a little button on my phone that had some alert that I could then open and be like, oh, right, groceries.
So how do you text yourself? I didn't know that was a thing.
You just put in your number in the text number field and send.
And it doesn't tell you like, hey, you're an idiot. This is you.
Yeah, why?
No, it'll send it from yourself to you.
What?
You've never done this?
No.
I do email myself a lot.
Yeah.
I just put in the notes.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, at some point in your life, you're like, there are apps for this. You don't need to send yourself a text. But
I mean, was this before like the apps were that big that you started doing this, or did you?
I would say this is something I did from dumb phone era into early smartphone era.
Yeah, so that's forgivable.
For the record, this is why we're not sponsored by Apple. This conversation right here. This is why we're not sponsored by Apple.
Well, and I know they need the exposure, but they're just waiting for the right Twitch stream. Apple, though, hey, if you do want us to sponsor you, and maybe you can teach Pants Man how to use his phone even.
I'm sorry, you want us to sponsor Apple?
No, it's the opposite way.
Either way.
I'm already doing that by buying their products.
Yeah, just in charger money alone, I feel like I'm sponsoring you. All right. Anyway, so this is Food Week today. The whole week is Food Week. We're trying our first hand at a whole themed week. So plenty Plenty of
do love
expectation for us.
I do love the idea that you're like, okay, every day is a new theme, but it's like a week. So it's like today's food week, and tomorrow is, I don't know, go kart week.
Oh, go-kart week would be sweet. We might have to look into that. Great idea.
Now, are we playing COD while on go-karts?
Oh my God, that's a
That would be
disastrously
mind-fuck.
great idea.
Yeah.
Chiefs, clearly it would be an amusement park week, and
You see the
Muscle
guy in
V
the bottom right
would be
window, right?
Muscle V would be the host for that week on amusement parks in Ohio.
Oh,
Oh my
okay.
god! Again with the details.
Yeah, will you relax? Great. Love the idea though. Muscle V is just our amusement park concierge. No, anyway, let's stay on theme for this. Let's stay in this week for now. Before we jump into go-kart week, which now I'm super excited for. We're talking food, and today specifically we're talking restaurants. Restaurants are interesting because I don't know. Have you guys ever been to a restaurant?
Yeah.
I've heard of them. I've seen some. I'm excited to someday go.
No joke, in COVID era, it has been a long time. In COVID, I went to a restaurant indoors once, I think.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
it was recent.
I will say that it's been more than once, but in the COVID era, I maybe at most have been in a like sit down restaurant situation maybe a dozen times at the most, and that's
Oh
including
my.
like patios and bars.
That's a lot.
Okay, yeah.
It's a
I've
ton.
definitely done outdoors. Bars though, even bars haven't really done them.
Not much.
Especially indoors. Outdoor bars, sure. What about you guys, Boo? You've been in and out of the restaurant scene? You got the
Yeah,
vaccine early as hell.
I did, but the only difference where I live, which without saying anything, I live more southern than the three of them. Go south. Um,
You're
is
not the
that
South.
Did you say
yes,
go
yes, I,
south?
yes,
Like
yes, I
the
did.
South is a football team?
Go Confederacy.
That's that out loud. Um, every restaurant all year round has outdoor seating where I am, if they have heaters and stuff. But everywhere, no one stops with outdoor seating. So I have been to a lot of restaurants, but sometimes inside, sometimes outside.
Okay. What would you say, like over 100?
Oh, I don't think over 100. That sounds a little much.
That would be like
Yeah,
several
twice.
times a week, right?
In
No,
two
that'll be
years? No, that'd be
once a week. Yeah,
yeah. Once a week for about 2 years.
I don't think I've been to a restaurant once a week for 2 years.
Okay. 50? Once every other?
Oh, yeah, I would say 50's fair. Inside or outside or just both?
I was specifically asking inside, but your total number's fine if you had to guess.
I would say my total number inside probably 18 to 23.
That's that's a good amount. Again, it's been weird
Yeah,
ass time.
yeah, for sure.
Now,
For sure.
are you including bars there?
No, well, that's the thing. Even pre-pandemic, I don't even know last time I went to a bar. Actually, I guess the last time I went to a bar was with two of the three people on this call.
That
Wow.
can't. Are you talking
Yes,
about like at one of our weddings?
no, we had another wedding that you were not at. Did you forget?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's the last
Oh,
time.
yeah.
That's the last
Wait,
time I was at a bar.
wait, no, that wasn't pre-pandemic.
No, during the pandemic, I
Yeah.
said.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I did forget about that. Crazy times. I was not there.
That's probably the last time I was at a bar.
Okay, how about you, Muscle V? What's your COVID restaurant game been like, or bar?
Yep. I would say probably a total of indoors of like 5 to 10 restaurants max.
Okay, and
Would-
what about bar?
Just like one or two.
So we'll say 7-ish,
Yeah, roughly.
7 to 12-ish, so maybe 8.
Yeah, we do a lot of takeout if we are gonna go get food.
Yeah, of course. My takeout game is immeasurable.
Oh yeah.
Especially with a child, it's a lot easier to just do takeout than go eat somewhere.
Yeah, when you go talk pandemic plus child, there's absolutely no reason to go to a restaurant.
While we're on this subject, I'll take this opportunity to discuss my weekend. So over the weekend, I went with a few friends to it was, I guess you call it bar hopping. We went to 3 different bars. But the first one was kind of a restaurant slash bar, and we kind of were not planning to get food, but then while we were there for a bit, we decided, oh, let's get food. One of the guys I was with said, "Does anybody want to split a burger?" He's like, "I'm not that hungry, but I'd like a burger, but like I only need half." And I was like, "That sounds perfect. Yeah, I'd split a burger with you." So we got a burger, cut in half.
Real quick, I think you guys are married now. I don't know protocol, but you can't just split them.
Yeah.
This is
This
You
is,
cut
by
out.
the way, the second burger I've had with him because we went to a basketball game
Oh, it's the same
relatively
guy?
recently.
Oh, it's that
Same
guy.
guy.
Oh.
We went to this basketball game and we decided to get burgers, and we did not split them. We got our own burger in that situation, but they were awful. I mean, they were little hockey pucks, just garbage burgers. I mean, I don't know what you expect, but it was also more expensive than the burger at this bar. The point is, this burger that I had, holy shit, it was so fucking good. I don't know the last time I've had a burger that good. And I don't know if it's just because I'm eating it at the actual restaurant and it's fully fresh, but man, it was delicious. And they also had these, they called them pizza pot stickers. They basically tasted like really high quality Hot Pockets. Not Hot Pockets, Tortina's pizza rolls.
Man, that was roller coaster with that sentence.
I know.
So,
But it was delicious.
Did you regret splitting the burger?
No, because I really wasn't that hungry, but I did.
You had
There
an
was
amazing
part of me
burger,
that
and you're
was
telling me, come on, what are you talking about?
I will say. So after we raved about how good the burger was, another woman at the table decided to get one as well, and she ordered it like a 7-year-old would. She's like, "I don't want any vegetables on it," and we just had to be like, "Wait a minute, like, what do you mean? You mean you want cheese, meat, bread, and sauce?"
That's how she said it?
That's exactly how she said it. Because she was like, in her head, the waitress was like, "Well, it's pickles. Does that count? I guess that's a vegetable. Like, what does this woman want?" The idea that somebody would just say no vegetables.
Does mustard
just
count?
No. I mean, I don't know if I had what mustard. I had probably a Thousand Island type dressing. But anyway, she orders this kind of weak ass.
You can say that anyway.
Burger.
I'm processing this crazy order, which, by the way, I've done no condiment. I've done just the burger and meat, and it's good.
It's fine.
Why?
To order it with no vegetable, it's like a crazy way to order that even.
I know. And then when she got it, she was like, she had so many fries that she's like, "I'm actually not that hungry." It became a communal burger. So everybody else at the table.
What is happening at this meal?
Everybody else at the table was, again, not hungry enough to order their own food, but because we were all 3 of us who had the burger were like, "This is the best burger I've had in forever. Like, this is such a good burger." So, and she's like, "I'm not going to finish this. It's too much food." So everybody else is like, "Well, I'm going to take a bite." So basically everybody had a bite of her burger. It was the strangest, most wonderful thing.
This is because of COVID, right? People have just forgot how to be out in public. Like, what are you talking about?
I know there was
insane.
like everybody wanted a bite of that burger, but there was absolutely a little of that, like, how do I get a bite that nobody's touched yet?
There's so much to process with that. Basically a story where nothing happens, but there's a lot to unpack here.
I know.
So when she said no vegetables, she was still cool with potatoes? Like, I know she said it on the burger. I get that, but like...
She actually, initially she said, "I just want an order of fries." And then after we were going on about our burger, she's like, "Actually, can I add a burger to it?"
Oh. With no vegetables.
No vegetables, please.
This lady is crazy. This, man, I don't know which one's at this point weirder. You splitting a burger with a guy who's just random dude. I know him. In this case, it's not any different. I've never split anything with any of you guys.
I've never split anything with my wife. Like a burger. Well, yeah, never split a burger with my wife.
Yes. Well, we'll both order burgers and split them in half and trade the half.
Yeah, but you're not like splitting one burger.
Right. Yeah. No, that is a weird move. Like, it's a good saving money move. It's an insane thing to do with a different person.
Yeah,
You guys do a bite for bite?
we can't
What is
understand
this?
what you're saying.
So you're
Are you
very
doing
off
this from a
mic.
cave? What do you say?
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
Good.
so.
Did you and this gentleman? Did you guys go bite for bite?
What? What does that mean?
His
Like
question
instead-
would be insane, except you're being insane in the story. So anything goes.
Instead of cutting it in half, like he took a bite, you took a bite. You
Yeah,
No,
it
no,
says-
no, no.
And
Yeah.
did you guys like spaghetti slurp in the middle? I think that's a fair question.
No. We got separate plates. We had it cut in half. It was all above board.
And then you made out.
Ew. No.
You can't say ooh. You're the one splitting burgers with people. Just might as well be on the street. Like there's
Well, look,
no.
you're obsessing over that. Here's the part that I found crazy.
I-
So we're at this table. We order these pizza pot stickers. Now I was not part of ordering that. A different, like the other half of the table were like, we'll just get these to try them, and everybody agreed they were delicious. Everybody was into them, but then there were like 4 left over, and I was like, do you mind if I try one? And they're like, yeah, go for it. And then I just sat there and was like, and I had already finished my burger because it was delicious. And I was like, are they not going to finish these pizza things?
Oh, that is uncomfortable.
And I was like, I didn't want to just, but I was like, I'm just have one more because there's plenty left and nobody's touching them. And then I was like, I mean, nobody's touching these things and they're delicious. So I had one more and I left one. And then at the end, like we're coming near, like we're about to leave. And I was like, does anybody want the last one? Because I felt like I had to at least give them the option. But everybody
my
was
God.
just like, no thanks.
This is
And I was
either
befuddled
God.
by it. They
This is
ordered it. They had
either-
one each.
either these people secretly hate food or don't eat like hardly anything, or they were all being nice and you were just this dickhead who came in and did the correct action. You were totally in the right in this case.
Oh yeah, I don't think I was a dickhead at all. In fact, I'm confident they would have let them sit. I mean, I don't know if they just didn't like them that much or if they just really weren't hungry, but
How
They
many
just-
people are we talking about?
there would have been like 5 of us.
5, including you.
Yes.
So 4 people were passing on these.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's someone's being very respectful and secretly wants to not even have shared them in the first place.
I guess, but like there was plenty of time where there were so many left and so few of us that like easily they could have like, I'm gonna have a second one. Like it would not have been at all even close to rude.
Yeah, definitely.
And literally nobody went for every single person at the table had exactly one except for me. I'm pretty sure.
That's correct. I mean, group app's tough. Like, it's a fun idea, but unless everyone's bringing the same app to the party, it always works out logistically uncomfortable unless you're super close with everyone, which is rare. But this case, it sounds like someone was just at least 2 people. I have to assume were being like at that point it had just been too long and they didn't want to look bad. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't work it out.
Anyway, Boo is probably tired of us still talking about this story, but
We haven't even got to the group app, or not even the group burger.
The group burger.
oh, the group burger.
This is
Yeah.
crazy.
I know. And it was even like again,
What is this group of people?
it's a very strange but wonderful group of people. I have a feeling
weird as fuck.
if you were there with me, if you were like visiting me and you came out with this group, you would have been like, hell yeah, I'll have a bite of that burger. Like I feel like that would have been
Of
I'm
course.
talking specifically to Jeeves.
Well,
Yeah,
All
I'm
of
not
you
trying
is
to-
true, but definitely Jeeves.
I would have had my own burger.
You would have. That's no question.
But I'm not sharing with you fuckers. I'm getting my own.
I will say the one thing that I do find a little bit off-putting, because I come from the world where we would go out to dinner or whatever, and it would be a split check situation. Everybody pays for whatever they bought. You ate that burger, you bought that burger. You ate that milkshake, you're going to pay for that milkshake. We would just get separate checks. But this group, even when given the option to split a check based on who ate what, they go, oh no, just send one check and then one of us will pay and the
No.
rest will Venmo that person.
No, that's the worst way to do that.
It's
Well,
awful.
This isn't the 30s.
It's awful
We
because
have-
it's like
we have the tech.
it's even worse because it'd be one thing like, okay, if it was me, if I was the one who like paid the full bill, I would be inclined to go, okay, I'm going to pay it. I'm going to add the tip, and then I'm going to tell everybody this is what you owe me. But the way they do it is either they take a photo of the untipped bill.
Oh,
Oy.
oh
I should say
no.
pre-tipped bill. They tip, but they haven't yet tipped when they take a photo of the itemized receipt. And then they leave it to you to be like, either pay what you ate or pay, your 1/5 of the bill or how, like, it's not like an agreed upon, this is what you have to do, this is what you owe. It's here's what we paid as a group, send me what you send me. It's insane.
This is absolutely the incorrect way to handle this.
100%.
How are you guys still friends?
It's been tough. I mean, we don't hang out that much, if I'm being honest, but
Yeah,
they are
obviously,
also the only
that is
people I know in this city.
an
So
unsustainable way to do checks. You could not have hung out that much.
yeah.
So I get splitting it, but also it makes sense too. Like if I want something, or a lot of people are like, I mean, if you get it, I'll eat it. Like I'll just pay for the whole thing, and you can just have whatever you eat. Like I don't care that much. Appetizers aren't that
Yeah.
expensive.
Absolutely. That's the correct way to handle it. It's like
Yeah.
as many people can parse into this, that's fine.
Yeah. I don't need your
that's how you should be
$2.
you shouldn't be expecting other people to pay for your app.
Well, and again, like I remember I went out with them for St. Patrick's Day, and this one woman, we go to the bar. Now, this is a bar situation. You walk up to the bar, you order a drink. It would be very easy for each of us to buy our own drinks, pay for our own tabs. Like, it's just not that hard. But what she insisted on was, oh, no, don't worry about it. I'll put it on my card. Now, she's a little different because she just straight up paid. She was just buying rounds and was just happy to buy drinks. She wasn't like saying you owe me X.
Not a problem there.
Not a problem, but it is a little bit like, oh, okay, but like, I don't want to just freeload. Like, I would like to buy you a round or whatever. But it became very awkward because it's not like a single group of people all going together, all ordering roughly the same stuff throughout the night. So you can do like 5 rounds. It's like some people drink faster, some people drink more expensive things. Like, it's all disjointed and a mess. And it would just be simpler if we were all just like, pay for my own way.
Yeah, it's definitely the easier way to go. This is funny. There's man, so many controversial things from 1 to 2 meals.
I did not intend to just take over this segment, but I apparently had a lot that needed to get off my chest.
When we decided we wanted to do restaurants, I was like, I don't even know what segments we're going to do because like the restaurant experience is so unique. It's so individual to each people. Like it's hard to find things that, we would all be adamantly for or against. And then you started talking. It turns out there's a bazillion things.
Yeah, I've long been, in fact, I will say for a big part of my life, I've been very passionate about the check thing, that you should just pay for what you're eating or drinking and you shouldn't be expected to split it. Just get your own check. I've long very passionately felt that was just the way it should be. And I feel like that is the only way in which I have to bite my tongue and just go along to get along with this group of people. I just have to be like, just don't say anything. Just let them break up the bill how they want because they seem real dead set on doing it this way. And you're the one person that seems to have a problem with this.
It's a fair way to do it. At least it's not an unfair way to do it. It's just fucking crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
I would love for you to say something and everyone would be like, thank you. I was hoping someone was going to say something.
There's absolutely a chance that that's the case.
I think, and I could be wrong about this, but my perception is, because this is a group of people that largely work in like the consulting world. So I'm sure they're making big boko bucks. Like they're not hurting for money. So I think to them, it's like, oh, I don't care how much any of this costs. Or how much I technically owe or am owed. Like, it'll just be easier to hand over one card, not have to worry about everybody getting their different card. Like, I think to them, the hassle of splitting a check is much more inconvenient than whatever costs might incur and imbalances might incur. Whereas if there was somebody in the group that was making substantially less than them, like really couldn't afford to just go out and had to like pinch pennies, I think if there was somebody like that in the group, it would be much more of a like, hey guys, like I got the salad for a reason.
Well, so I don't
I
want to
hear
defend
you.
it. You can go, Brad.
But I was going to say, why is it me tonight?
Because you're never here. We're not used to saying your name.
I think I hear you. I hear that whole reasoning, Pants Man. But at the end of the day, it's 2022. It's not hard to split up checks.
No,
Okay,
Also-
so hold up. No, you can go, Muscleby.
I was gonna say the waiter and waitress split it up. It's not like they have to do any work. Like
No.
whoever orders it, they just give
Again,
their credit card.
they've offered.
There is one defense.
Yes.
And there's some cities, especially the older school cities, specifically I can think of Chicago, where you can't split bills in some places. Like they're like, we're not doing it. The most we can take is 2 cards. So, maybe if, I don't know where you guys hang out.
That is true. And I think this city is much more, that is more common, or at least historically has been more common. But I will say there have been a couple times we've been out. And like, I think, in fact, this last weekend, the waitress was like, how do you want me to split the check? Or would you like me to split the check? And they very quickly were like, no, just take 1 card.
Well, and that's fair, but like if the friend group established splitting the check this crazy way,
right?
to
Yes,
get over that,
true.
that could be the only, if it was like a precedence thing at this point.
I think it's just that's how it's always been done. Exactly, you're right.
So that's the only defense I'll throw. Otherwise, it's terrorism.
It's mostly terrorism.
We can't get too riled up too early. We got a lot to do tonight, so why don't we jump into producer awards? Pants Man, what do you have for us?
Yeah. Well, I am going to award the National Tire and Battery Star for fine dining, and it goes to a little place called Fatso's Last Stand. It is a burger joint in Chicago that celebrates what all burger joints are really about: Fatso's.
But why did you say yeah when he said the award name?
Oh, because my award is going to be very similar. He kind of stole my idea, but okay.
Almost. All right, well, let's hear it.
I definitely didn't steal the idea. We might have been parallel ideas.
Let's hear it. What do you got, Boo?
My Verizon Wireless.
I was going to say, do not give the National Tire and Battery Award to Fatso's,
No.
or I'll be very mad at you.
No, my Verizon Wireless award for best restaurant that almost kills someone is the Heart Attack Cafe in Las Vegas, where if you weigh over 350 pounds, you get to eat for free.
Okay, I mean those are different. Those are definitely different places and different awards.
I thought you were also going to be riffing off the Michelin star.
Yeah, I thought so as well.
Yeah, Verizon.
Verizon's not a tire company.
That's what you all say.
The what? I'm sorry, what? Do you think does Verizon sell you tires? You're going to the wrong place.
You're starting to sound like Tommy Wiseau.
Oh.
I don't know who that is.
He's the guy from The Room.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen The Room.
Well, we're gonna have to adjust that another time.
It's on the list.
Yesterday, a 5-year-old asked me if I could do accents. I said yes.
Why did you lie to a 5-year-old?
Well, then he asked to hear some, and I said my voice was in practice.
What?
Well, my voice needed some.
What did you tell a 5-year-old?
that I needed to practice a little more before I could perform.
No, what did you say verbatim?
Did I just say?
Yeah. What? First instant replay. What did you just say?
I think I just said my voice needs practice.
No, you said my voice is in practice. Whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah, my voice is in practice.
Absolute nonsense. What did you tell the 5-year-old verbatim? What did you say?
What I was trying to say, which did not come out. Yeah, usually I'm a wizard with words.
Word wizard. That's right.
What I told the 5-year-old is that I couldn't practice right now because my voice needed to rest.
Oh my, oh my god.
But my voice was in practice. This is going to be a new phrase.
My voice is in practice. Absolute crazy. Okay. I'm 100% sure you told the kid your voice was in practice. There's no way you told the kid your voice needed a rest, which still was, for you crazy. Because then I'm sure you proceeded to then talk very loudly for the next 2 hours in front of this kid.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
As we've already pointed out, I'm very good at accents and voices.
And phrases.
And words. Can't read, can't write.
Okay, do you want to make up for the fact that you either lied to a kid or just didn't want to entertain him? Do you want to try an accent right now and we can guess what it is?
Sure. Oh, hi, matey. This is Pirate Boo. I'm gonna take your gold, because I'm a pirate.
You sound
Okay,
like
that
more
was-
like a leprechaun.
Yeah, it was a little piratey at first, and then it became leprechaun-y in the middle, and then the third one, I don't even know what that was. Prospector, maybe?
No, prospector is more like go.
Not all prospectors talk that way. Can you do that? Can you do that one more time?
Go.
I love it. All right. Well, gentlemen, as you guys know, it's food week. We're doing restaurants, so I have tasked you guys with building the perfect restaurant for this evening.
Done.
Perfect. Now, of course, your job, I have to reiterate this, is to build the best. That means you either say the best things or someone else is going to win. Okay?
Yeah.
Great. Pants Man, we start with you. Once again, we're going to do this in the format where we break down each category one by one. So don't give away too much outside of the given category, okay?
I thought a lot about this leading up to this. I've spent a lot of time and energy crafting my answers so that I'm not bleeding into the next segment.
Perfect.
I worked really hard.
All right. I'm going to assume
lot.
that's true. Well, so who is your celebrity owner? Now, this can be a co-owner. This can be the whole owner. I don't really care. You could own this restaurant or not. Up to you. But I just need to
absolutely
know
want to be at
one.
least, yeah, he's going to be a partner.
Okay.
But I wanted somebody with likelihood of good income, good money, and he's wealthy, so going to be able to contribute financially to the success, not be a penny pincher. I wanted somebody who is kind of famous, but well liked, not somebody who's going to be a target, not somebody who's going to be kind of easily attacked or hated on. And I also wanted somebody that when they think of them, they think, this is a guy who can eat. Like, you want to associate a restaurant with good food. So I went with, drumroll, Al Roker. Weatherman, Today Show host, Al Roker. He's older, probably a little less famous now that TV's not really a thing anymore. But he's well known, well liked, and I think he'll bring enough fame and buzz to the place, but he won't overshadow the food.
That's good. Did you fact check to make sure he's still alive?
I didn't. I googled names of people. I'll explain it more later, but he was one that popped up when I googled, and I thought he seems like he's probably still alive, and I didn't question it.
He wasn't looking so hot last time I saw him, like a guest appearing on a daytime talk show.
I'll say it this way. I looked up famous owls. It was important to me that I pick an owl.
Okay.
And
you don't have to specify that.
I'm just saying that's what I googled, and when I saw him, I was like, that seems like one that, like, Alexander the Great was one of the options, and I was like, I don't even think of him as an owl, but okay.
Nobody calls him Al. Al the Great.
Al the best. You're the best, Al.
You'd probably call him the Great Al, and then it sounds like you're saying owl. That'd be problematic. Boo, I'm surprised you didn't chirp up. I know you're a big Al Roker guy.
No, I'm not.
That's the first time you've ever denied being a fan of any celebrity. Who's your celebrity owner?
Mine's very easy, very simple. It's somebody I have not actually talked about a lot, shockingly. Um, but it's somebody that will definitely help me with a particular generation. And that's why my pick is Tom Selleck.
Ooh,
Oh, I wrote down Eric Roberts, so I'll have to cross that out.
Yeah.
very similar, to be honest.
Uh, I mean, no, and I can't really say anything else because it will give away my other answers.
That's
and
fine. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions though. Are you
I'm not
co-owning
Pants
with?
Man.
I didn't call you Pants Man.
Oh,
You're not gonna talk too long.
yeah,
Got
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Are you co-owning with him? Is he the full owner? Is he a partial owner? What's the ownership group look like?
He owns 60, I own 30, and the other 10 I can tell you at a later date.
That is a super confusing, absolutely not the question, but is an answer.
Did
Uh,
you say that was a 60-10 split?
no. He owns
No,
60. You own 60, he owns 30?
no. Tom Selleck owns 60, I own
Yeah.
30, and someone else owns the remaining 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a super weird. You've elected to be the minority owner of this.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Cool. And does he gonna have to shave his beard, or is he keep it like has the beard? Is it a focal point?
Whoa! Offended. It's a
I,
mustache, friend.
I'm
it
worried
is.
about the health codes. Does he have like a
I,
mustache net?
I can't answer anything else because it will give away too much. So
That's fair. Okay, I respect that. Muscle V,
Beard.
you good with Tom Selleck? Does that sound right for Boo? Also, do you know who Tom Selleck is?
I do know who Tom Selleck is. He's got a big ass mustache.
Nailed it. I mean, we did just say that, but still.
He's also on.
Name one other thing you know about Tom Selleck.
He's on Blue Bloods. Is that right?
Oh,
I
yeah.
knew you were gonna know
Yeah.
about Blue Bloods.
Yeah.
Not what like he's only like he is most well known for Blue Bloods if you're like a 50-year-old man.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Since this is a show that involves dads, you have to check out what is it? Three Guys and a Baby? Is that the name of that movie?
Yep. Yes, 3 guys and a baby.
Must check it out if you haven't seen it. It's about guys acting like they've never heard of a baby before and then having to take care of it. It's insane.
Okay.
What do you who's your celebrity owner?
I have to go with the Master Chef, Mr. Gordon Ramsay.
Oof.
Oh. We'll see how this pans out, but that seems like the lame choice. Obviously, he has a lot of restaurants.
We're going for that Michelin star.
We'll see what you do with it, but this is
Here's the thing. I thought about Mr. Ramsey. I'm a huge fan. And there's two reasons why I think he's a bad choice. One, he is absolutely going to be the star. I mean, he's going to completely overshadow you, and he's going to demand you work really fucking hard because he doesn't take any bullshit.
I didn't say my percents yet.
You didn't. How much would you like Gordon Ramsay to berate Muscle V? I would pay so much to watch that.
Well, the other thing is I have seen enough Kitchen Nightmares that I don't feel like there's any meaningful wisdom he can impart that I don't already have. I know how to run a restaurant because I've seen every episode of that show.
Okay, so what's the ownership breakdown, Muscle V?
Yep. So Gordon Ramsay's going to be my shark. We're doing 10% ownership for $1 million. So he gets 10% ownership.
And who's putting in the other 9 million?
Are you the 90% owner?
90% owner, correct.
All right, very specific and weird. Perfect. I'm not going to write that down at all.
What? What does that even mean?
Is it better or worse than having 10% unknown?
Well, at least with Boo's 30% that he had or whatever. At least he didn't specify an amount of money that he would have to give. Like, you just put yourself on the hook for $9 million. I don't know where you're getting it.
I do have to now ask this only. I don't really want to, but we have to cover it. Is it just for one restaurant, or is it for a franchise?
We'll talk about that.
Okay, great.
Is it just a truffle restaurant? Is it? I mean, you can't answer that question yet, but is it just purely selling truffles?
Just truffle oil.
It's just truffle oil.
Yeah.
Which usually truffle oil is like fake oil, even.
Yeah, we throw out the actual truffle because we only sell oil.
Oh no, that's okay. Whatever.
We need to move past whatever he's saying.
Great. Okay, so I want to project an image of badassery. I'm not going to get into why, obviously, but it's important that you guys know I'm a man and everyone I associate with is a man. Uh, I don't know
Really?
why I specified it that way.
What? What?
I've been
What are
watching.
you talking about?
I've
Every
been watching
single
a
one,
lot.
huh?
We got access to our friend's Peacock stream app, and I've been watching a lot of '90s wrestling.
Oh
Uh,
Jesus!
so sorry, but anyway, my pick's the Texas Rattlesnake. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Does he know restaurants?
He's the celebrity owner. I don't need him to know how to do the restaurants. He just needs to have an intelligent group with him, and he's smart. He's,
Wait a
he's a
minute.
good businessman.
Wait a minute. If he's not going to know the restaurants, who in this facility is going to know restaurants? You don't.
I don't know. I'm
You've
not
never
even.
worked in a restaurant.
I'm not even an owner. I'm just attending this. I have no
Well,
idea
you're
how
just
he's going to
go.
work.
You don't even want to. You don't want anything more than to go to a restaurant he is a part of.
Yeah, I want the experience. I can't
But
wait.
you don't even want to go to a restaurant. You just want to meet him. Is what you're saying.
I don't know if I'm going to meet him. It depends. I'll get into it.
Okay.
You're looking for no profit out of this. You just want to be like a guest.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys know this. This is totally imaginary. We're getting no profit. It'll be fine.
Well, I'm getting 8 million, so
No, you're spending 8 million or 9 million, right?
to make more, you gotta spend money to make money.
There's no chance that your business is profitable. I will find out. Pants Man, we've covered this, but you do know who Steve Austin is, right?
Yeah, he's the guy from Stone Cold Creamery.
Okay. Well, you stole my name. Well done. 100% what I was building to. That's all right.
I'm sorry. I
it's a good name.
didn't even occur to me that was where you were going with that.
It would have come up next round.
Oh man. Okay.
Well, so you know what? I'll just cover mine early. My cuisine, it is ice cream.
I would love it if you had not said that, if it was just like your next thing was, oh, mine's gonna be ice cream. I feel like I would have been like, instead of going, really, Stone Cold Creamery, that's what you're working towards. I think I would have just been like, there's no way he's doing that. There's some twist he's got planned.
Well, that's why I was trying.
He's gonna zig when we think he's zagging.
I was really trying to talk up the badassery, and then I got real homoerotic. It got really weird. But that's why I was really focused there.
You didn't share with us the homoerotic part. You just seemed really defensive about your masculinity.
I only associate with men, which is a crazy statement. Someone who has a wife.
For now.
Yeah. Till this episode comes out. Jesus. Okay. Anyway, so no reason to delve into that.
Okay.
I'll expand out that theory later for you guys. Pantsman, what's your cuisine without Roker?
So we have decided that we want to go into business selling one of the great foods of all time, Italian cuisine, specifically pasta based, primarily around pasta, but there will be other Italian staples as well.
Is there gonna be chicken?
Okay.
What? I mean, sure, there will be chicken. Oh, I know what you're asking. Your wife Trixie will only eat in a restaurant anywhere, no matter what the restaurant's cuisine. The only thing she'll ever order is a chicken parmesan, and you're concerned that if it's not included, that she's not going to go to the restaurant.
I mean, that's fair.
That's a -1, Muscle V. I don't know if you were watching that.
What happened?
I fell to my death.
Oh, I did not see
I was
you.
I was paying attention to your questions to Pants Band, and then I died. Yeah, I do like that you're checking to see if your wife will go to the place, though. That's just good husbandry.
It is. Although husbandry, I'm pretty sure, is what, horses?
Just animals in general.
Okay. Anyway,
okay.
So yeah.
So
Italian
pasta without their Italian stuff is an
Sure.
really interesting way to specify that. So we'll see how that pans out.
No pans. There will be no pans. Pots only.
Panless? How are you going to do baked ziti?
That was the lie. I just wanted to challenge you.
It's cool. That's also not how you make baked ziti. All right. Boo, what is your cuisine?
Right. So me and Tom Selleck, we sat down and we figured, like, what market are we not hitting right now with all of our other business ventures? So we decided to go
Most of
with
them. Is Tom Selleck in a lot of businesses?
we decided to go with a vegan restaurant. The cuisine is vegan.
Oh.
Tom
Oh, I don't.
Selleck, America's poster child for meat and potatoes, is going to do a vegan restaurant.
Yes, he is. And once I answer the rest of the questions, it will all make sense.
I
Okay.
doubt it. I highly doubt that. I've met you. There's no chance you tie that together.
I've met Tom Selleck. No, I haven't. But for the purpose of this, I have. And like I said, I don't know. He could be vegan for all I know. But he strikes me more of like a steak kind of guy.
Yeah, he's 100%. Again, never met him. 100% a steak guy. You don't rock that stash and not have a steak with your dinner every night.
Can you imagine if like you were an older dad who watched a lot of Blue Bloods and you won a dinner with Tom Selleck and then you get to the restaurant, find out it's a vegan place, and he's like combing his mustache and going, "Oh yeah, I only eat vegetables."
I'd leave. Absolutely. I'd be like, I'm never watching Blue Bloods again, you idiot. I don't even know what a vegetable is.
I like the idea that Tom Selleck's consented to a contest where he has to have dinner with a fan.
I think
Like, what would that be?
That was a common thing in the 90s, I feel like. Wasn't that a thing?
There's a point in his career where I'm sure he would have been game for that. I don't think this version of like 2022 Tom Selleck, assuming he's still alive, which I think he probably is, he's not wasting his time on a fan dinner. Come on.
Again, he still has a show that's on TV right now.
Does he?
They bank those episodes ahead of time.
Blue Bloods.
Blue Bloods is one of those shows that feels like it's been on for 400 years, but I think it's only like the 3rd season.
No, it's older than that.
Yeah, it's like the 10th or 11th.
Oh, okay, good.
My dad's been watching it forever.
Or do you just feel that way?
Well, before that was NCIS, and before that was Law and Order.
Those all kind of bleed. Those kind of all bleed together. Jag was good though, right? I mean, super old, so
was it?
I
never saw it.
Jag was great.
Yeah, I know people liked it.
Okay, people like NCIS.
That's a great point. That's a really good immediate counter. Okay. Anyway, Muscle V, I need a palate cleanser. Please tell me you've done better than vegan.
Yes, of course we have. Our cuisine is going to be very fancy, very upscale steakhouse.
The kind of place Tom Selleck would want to go.
Yeah.
Also, why are you the guy that owns steak restaurants?
Yeah, you keep cutting out, Boo, but it's a generally good question.
Yeah.
Are you just making one of? Is your best restaurant just a Gordon Ramsay restaurant that already exists? Don't spoil it if it's true, but just asking if that's what you're building towards.
You have to find out.
I think he's building towards opening up a Gordon Ramsay London in like London, Ontario, or something.
Oh, that'd be fun. Is there a London, Ontario? Have you?
There is.
Why do you know that?
How do you not?
That's how do you not know something is an interesting question.
Not the question for tonight.
No. So I will, as we've covered, I've done ice cream. So I will actually tell you guys my location next. Since you got a good picture of what I'm doing.
You've just cut in line. I love it.
Well, you kind of.
No, I get it.
Ending,
I know.
So
I just think it's funny now. Now the guy who always reserves himself for last has to go first.
Fine. It probably works better this way. So anyway, it's ice cream, right? You need it to be refreshing. So where better than to do it in, I think it's Texas, but we're doing ours in the restaurant's opening in the Broken Skull Ranch. So that's Stone Cold Steve Austin's ranch.
Are you just going to like his house for an ice cream? Like, is that what's happening?
Kind of. I don't know if he lives there. I know that they do a reality show there, but I
I
don't know
love
if
the
he lives
idea
there.
of Stone Cold Steve Offit. Well, whatever his name is.
Oh my
I
God!
love the idea of.
Do not butcher his name.
I love the idea of him going, "Come to my house for an ice cream."
It'd be a lovely time. I would love to do that. That's not what I'm building towards,
We're
but I would
gonna have
absolutely.
sprinkles.
But I'll tell you this, Stone Cold, if you'd like to invite me to your house for ice cream, I am in. I'll bring the Steve Weisers. Okay. So no follow-up questions to that? You guys are all good with it?
No, I just gave you shit.
Well, you,
What are you
yeah,
talking
you.
about?
Well, I was talking to the other two guys. All right. Well, what's your location, Pansman? What's your genius location with Al Roker's pasta parlor?
I went real practical with this one. I'm not trying to be some big fancy guy doing something crazy. It's any strip mall in suburban America. That's where it is.
I definitely had some questions on what a strip ball was. I would love to attend.
Without Roker, you really?
No, you brought Al Roker.
Yeah, any strip mall, anywhere really.
Do you want to pick a place? I get that?
No, because it really could be anywhere America, and then it's going to franchise. I mean, this is going to become
sure
the next. Well, I won't say it, but it's going to be everywhere. It's not going to be a restaurant. It's going to be a restaurant chain. Maybe that's what I mean to say.
I wrote down Iowa. Any strip mall in Iowa.
Iowa's fine. We can start there. That's a nice soft landing.
I would love to just like, never Iowa. Any state but that
Well,
one.
I think it's an untapped market. Iowa could use a restaurant. I don't think they have any.
They don't have any. I don't even know if they have strip malls.
I bet they have strip clubs.
Boo. If they have strip clubs, you would know about it. Do you know if they have strip clubs or malls in Iowa?
Yeah, yeah, they do. Someone who spent lots of times in Iowa, yes, they do.
Okay.
I'm not convinced from that you've ever flown over Iowa.
Yeah, I'm not sure you know what country it's in. What's your location?
So I also like Pantsman and is going very practical. And because
Pantsman didn't go practical. He said nowhere. He just said a strip mall.
Because as we've already pointed out, Tom Selleck definitely attracts an older crowd. So we're going to go with the whole state of Florida. Anywhere in Florida is a perfect.
You can't say the whole state and then any part of it. The whole state makes it sound like you've opened just a restaurant that's just all of Florida.
Well, I can tell you that there'll be one in Boca. There'll be one in Orlando. There'll be one in Tallahassee. Pretty much for all of them.
Only because Pantsman just went, I have to specify this. It is a standalone location, right? It's its own building?
Yes.
But it happens to have parts of that building in Tallahassee, in Orlando, in.
No, the building is a standalone building. It's not in a strip poker mall or anything like that.
Whoa, a strip poker mall. Those aren't things. Are those things? I would go to that. That's even better than a strip ball.
Yes.
What is that?
It could be a strip poker ball.
A strip poker ball would be that's its final form. You really caused havoc by saying strip ball. Yeah. Little late Dragon Ball V. Okay, perfect. I wrote Boca just because that was the first place you said. I didn't write all of Florida because that's an insane statement.
I approve it.
I don't. It doesn't matter if you do or don't. Muscle V.
Yeah,
Are you all of Florida?
No. We are investing a lot of money into this, as we already talked about. $10 million, right? So
much money. I assume it's all location.
We have to go to the Manhattan, the finest place in Manhattan.
Have to.
Yeah.
Oh, the finest place in Manhattan. That doesn't work.
I thought you were going to say the edge of a volcano for $10 million.
I also thought volcano. I thought you were buying a volcano.
Think about it, a Hawaiian volcano restaurant. Now that's an idea.
As soon as you said 10 million, that's where my head went as well. But Manhattan, you can't even get the nicest places in Manhattan. It's super expensive.
Is that like a month's rent that you're talking about? The $10 million.
Yeah, that's.
You think 10 million can't get me a place in Manhattan?
You said the nicest place, and I have to specify that is not in
Okay,
play.
one of the nicest places. I think 10
There's
million.
there's $40 million apartments there.
Okay, one of the nicest places that $10 million can buy us, with
Well,
room
I don't
with
think-
room
I don't-
for
I don't
think-
restaurant stuff.
I don't think you want a restaurant zoned space for $10 million that you're going to buy. I think you are probably going to want to rent or lease a space.
Well, and if your business plan is just to buy an expensive place, you're now out of funds if you spent $10 million
No,
on it.
I said we're gonna leave the funds to buy equipment and chairs and tables and food.
Oh,
So and then
okay.
our income's gonna be so great it won't even matter.
Okay. Food, you're just going to buy all the food up front, or you're leaving enough to pay
No,
like a month's worth of food? What are we looking at?
well we're gonna sell out every night, so money shouldn't
You're going
matter.
night to night with it.
Money shouldn't be an issue. We get the freshest ingredients.
I guess if you bought the place, you don't have to pay rent, but this feels problematic.
All of this feels pretty true to V, though. I feel like Muscle V is what he's saying makes sense for him and his context. I'm very concerned about the mental state of Gordon Ramsay if he's getting in business with this monster.
Oh, he's going to lose his mind. He's going to lose his mind when he finds out the place you bought.
How many times is he going to call you big boy? That's what I want to know.
Or donkey.
So
Yeah.
roughly, what do you envision here? Are you in like I don't know Manhattan that well. I think it's all high rises and stuff. Are you at like the bottom of a high rise?
Times Square area.
Times Square, really, really affordable.
And like very touristy. I guess
Yeah,
works for
not
Gordon
We
Ramsay.
classy.
want the tourists. They're gonna see, the restaurant name with GR attached to it. They're gonna be like, oh, we want to go eat here.
I've been in Times Square. I don't remember a restaurant, but I'm sure there has to be some.
I feel like
Mhm.
Times Square is such an expensive, like you really are talking about the most expensive place to do it. And I feel like the only way to make money is not to have a genuinely classy affair that high-end people will go to, but kind of Applebee's level quality that you just churn through a billion tourists a day.
Yeah,
I don't know how you're going to have this fancy steakhouse in this location.
We
It's
want-
not adding up.
We want the
We
rich
did
of the
not-
rich that spend $200-$300 on a steak alone.
When you just remember I'm sorry, what? I was with you till that very last word. What did you just say?
We want people to spend a lot of money on their steak.
Here's the thing: when
Why'd
you
you
said
say- why
$200 or
did you-
$300, wait. When you said $200 or $300, I thought if that's all they're going to spend in a sitting, I don't think you're going to make your $10 million back. But then you added that to just for the steak, and now I'm wondering where is this? Is this like Martian meat that you've imported from Mars? Like, what is this steak?
It's A5 Wagyu.
Oh my god!
Shit's expensive.
What did you? Maybe you cut out. What did you say? Steak what?
I said just for the steak alone.
Alone. Okay. I thought you said for a steak loan, and I didn't know what the fuck
What?
you were talking about.
I said steak alone.
Okay. All right. Yeah, still crazy, but whatever. I was like, what the hell's a steak loan? Now I'm peaked because I don't know what you're saying. You did buy the building though, Pants Man. So I don't know how overhead works when you own the space. If you don't have to pay rent, I don't know. I don't know how that shakes out. Seems like a crazy way to operate, but
We'll figure it out.
yeah, I know. Obviously, you won't. I'm just saying to Pants Man's points, he owns the building. I don't know how that works out. Maybe
I
he's
think
fine.
either he owns the building or he's getting imported Wagyu beef. I don't think he's able to afford both.
Yeah, well, he established he bought the at least the space. He owns
What
part
he's
of the
got
building.
to, I'm convinced what he really has to do here is somehow make $1 million stretch to feel like it was spent 10 million, because I know he doesn't have 9 million to put in. He has to somehow make that million stretch.
Well, he's gonna get all the furniture from his uncle, so he'll be fine.
That's so accurate.
Okay. So as we've established, mine's on the Broken Skull Ranch. So for this round, I'm gonna have you guys give your gimmick, and you can just give the name along with it. So for mine, we've established it is the Stone Cold Creamery. Of course, you're getting ice cream with Stone Cold. It's gonna be great. My gimmick is that you actually have to compete in the Broken Skull Challenge, and if you win, you get a free cone.
I'm sorry. Is by gimmick, did you mean like a contest or like a eating
For
challenge?
for mine, it is, but yours does not
Okay.
have to work that way. That's one of our appeals. You get to compete in the Broken Skull Ranch, and you get a cone for free if you win, with sprinkles if you want.
I mean, the sprinkles sell it, but
Of course. No questions, no follow-ups.
I just don't understand what you're even doing. This isn't a business. This isn't a restaurant. This is just hanging out at Stone Cold's, eating
No, it's not
Stone
in his-
Colds.
No, he's opened a creamery on his ranch.
No, he hasn't.
Well, he would have.
Are you the only person there, or are there other
No,
customers?
no, there's a line. I mean,
You're
I'm-
waiting in line in your own fantasy about hanging out with Stone Cold.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a popular place.
Bad shit.
I'm not going to an ice cream parlor by myself. That would be fucking crazy.
All right, man.
I can't believe you guys aren't all for that. Like, you telling me you wouldn't compete in Stone Cold's ice cream challenge? Get out of here.
What would be the
I don't believe that for a
competition?
second.
What's it? Yeah,
It's an obstacle course. It's like a Tough Mudder basically, but like for actually skilled people.
and if you keep losing, you can't win. Do you just never get ice cream? Or is
No,
there
you can still go. No, you can still go buy the ice cream. You just get a chance to compete for the free cone if you want.
I like it better where you can't get ice cream until you win.
That kind of is the Stone Cold way. Maybe I should do that.
Yeah.
And then I'd get super jacked just to get the one cone.
And there's no participation trophies.
You know what? I'll think about it. That is pretty good.
Yep.
All right. Well, even better idea.
You fucked up your own thing. Just want to point that out.
Well, I did want Stone Cold to make some money, but he's rich enough. He doesn't really need it. Like, I'm not sure if he doesn't charge anyone ice cream, I'm not sure it's a restaurant.
It's not a restaurant to begin with, so
Why not?
Because it's just a
it's an,
freezer at his house.
yeah.
No, they also sell rattlesnake meat.
Oh my God.
Oh, and Slim Jims.
You have failed this attempt. By the way, even if this was the thing, I don't think you can call an ice cream shop a restaurant.
So I debated this because I thought this as well. I brought this up to Lil Fuse, and she said it was a restaurant, and I said I don't think it is, and she said why not? And I didn't have a strong fight. I didn't have a big counter for that, so here we are.
Why not? Because a restaurant implies a place where you go, you sit down, you eat a meal, not a dessert. A dessert by itself is not a meal.
Did you not hear the rattlesnake meat part?
It sounds more
I
like
also
a
like the
convenience store.
Also, why not? Why can't you eat dessert only at a restaurant?
It's just not done.
That's not the question. Yeah, there's no counter. You sound foolish. All right. Let's see. Pants Man,
Yeah.
let's hear your brilliant gimmick and name since you're poo-pooing everyone else.
So I'm going to flesh out my cuisine a little bit because I kind of held back because I thought this was the gimmick. So anyway, my gimmick
It
slash
can be.
cuisine, it's pasta bar. I'm doing a pasta bar. So this is a little bit of a throwback to our experience in freshman year of college, where our college had a little restaurant where you could go, and it was kind of like, and I envision this thing for our listeners being kind of like a Chipotle, but for pasta. So it's kind of an assembly line process. You go and you pick what kind of pasta you want. Do you want a spaghetti, a nice long pasta? Do you want a short, stubby penne? You get a bunch of different pasta options.
Are you explaining yours or the one at college?
I'm explaining mine. It's also going to dovetail
it sounds the
almost
same.
entirely like the one we had in college.
I mean, you've made it sound nicer than the one we had at our disposal.
Yes. So this will definitely be a higher end version of what we had in college.
Okay.
So you pick your pasta, you pick your protein. So you got your meatballs, you got your chicken, your breaded chicken there, V. You've got all the tofu or whatever. I don't know, whatever vegetarians do. Tom Selleck can have his own thing. We'll also include some different vegetable options. I'm struggling to think of a vegetable I'd want in pasta other than just pasta and meat. But
give me pasta, no vegetables.
Right. But there will be some key obvious great vegetable add-ins, and probably mushrooms and things like that. And then of course you get to pick a sauce. So they're going to throw all these things into a pan. They're going to brown the different, heat up and brown everything, get it nice and melted together. Of course, you're going to add your cheese. Lots of cheese is the most important part to me. So you're going to have tons of Parmesan and provolone and mozzarella and all the best cheeses. And, the Italian side, there'll also be like side dishes. You can get your garlic breads or you can get, other little, side salad, all the bullshit that you get at like an Italian place. So it'll have those kind of as an afterthought. But primarily it's about the pasta. Now, to flesh out my gimmick... Oh, I didn't tell you the name of the place.
No, you did not. I mean, this is called the Pasta. Of course it is.
Al's Dente. So that's the name of the place. And for kind of I thought Pasta Bar was enough of a gimmick, but I feel like now I have to elaborate and make a bigger, more gimmicky gimmick. So our gimmick is Tour of Altari.
Oh my God.
You've heard of the Olive Garden tour of Italy, where you get like a bunch of different Italian dishes at once or whatever. This is going to be, if you can eat, basically you have to have one of every pasta, one of every sauce, one of every protein. I'm assuming there's at least 3 of each. And you're going to have to have at least...
You don't have to presume. It's your restaurant.
Well, there might be like season. We might occasionally do like a special with a new sauce or a new whatever. But there will be 3 staples of each. So it'll be like meatballs, chicken, and sausage, and then it'll be spaghetti and penne and farfalle, and it'll be the white sauce and the red sauce and whatever's in between those 2 things. And then you have to have a plate of each of those 3 things. So you have to have 3 plates, and if you finish all of it, and they're big helpings, we're definitely going to be liberal with how much food you get. If you eat all of it, you win a T-shirt and a $25 gift card to the gift store of Al's Dente. So you can't use that $25 to buy food, but you can use it to buy another T-shirt.
Obviously, pretty much all food places should have this kind of challenge. Obviously, that's good. Can't you just get away with calling this Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs since you got a Hell Roker? Doesn't that just work?
I mean, that's... You know what? That's the meatball special. That's the name of a dish. That's not a name of the place.
You're right. So I was gonna say it's raining pasta or whatever. Still could be your challenge, but no, you're correct. That's a dish. All right, good.
I'm still happy with Tour of Altali.
You should not be. What? What? Sorry, can you repeat the Tour of Altali challenge again?
You have to have you have to consume basically 3 meals. So like, it's as if you went to Chipotle and you had to eat 3 burritos in a row. So you have to sit down and eat one of each pasta, one of each sauce, and one of each protein.
Now I still have to pay for the meal. Is that?
Oh yeah, and it actually somehow, I don't know why, but somehow if you do the math, just ordering those individually as separate dishes costs slightly less than if you order the Tour of Altali.
Oh, so Olive Garden strategy. Okay, great. I do love the Tour of Italy, though. Well, that's actually a great idea. I'm totally all for this. I don't think you really need to get Al Roker for this at all, but other than that, it's pretty good.
Al Roker is both influx of cash and an influx of like anybody
Is he?
could presumably. I think he's probably got some money. He's been doing the news on TV for like 48 years. No, yeah, he's also name recognition. So like, will you go to the new pasta bar place that opened up? Maybe. Will you go to Al's Dente? Al Roker opened up a pasta place in town, our town in middle of Iowa with nothing. Yeah, you're gonna show up and see what that's about. It's the same reason and the only reason that people go to that burger place that the Wahlburgers, whatever it's called.
They're opening one in my town. I can't confirm if anyone goes there or not. I've not heard anyone say they're excited to go.
I guarantee you, even if it's good, even if it's quality food that at a good price, the only reason it is a successful restaurant is because like it's got their name attached. People are curious about that.
Maybe. All right, Boo, before you go, why don't you hit us with an ad spot? Break up the last two gimmicks.
Great. I was wondering when I was going to get to do that spot.
Okay.
Here we go.
You don't have to be that mad.
I get to sing.
Oh no.
You don't have to be lonely with BooRadley.com. BooRadley.com, the only dating website for women where they only have one guy to choose from. And everyone gets an automatic match. You don't have to worry about competing. You don't have to worry about going lots of disgusting guys because you only have to worry about one disgusting guy. BooRadley.com, the only dating website where you only have to worry about one incredible dude.
You don't have to worry about one incredible restraining order.
Now,
Why wouldn't you?
guys don't go on there, right? Or they do?
No, only people that identify as female.
Why isn't your tagline just "boo it"?
It's stolen already. I tried to get the copyright. I lost out.
So just to be clear, because again, we're getting into Muscle V territory. You've elected to sponsor the show. You're paying us for ad time.
No. The people behind. I don't even have rights to that website. Someone else owns it.
No, wait a minute. Again,
Yeah.
BooRadley.com doesn't really immediately make me think of a dating website. Why didn't you call it justdoboo.com or doboo.com?
Again, I'm just the spokesman. I had nothing to do with creating the website.
What are we calling your buddies? Stacks or something like that? Is it hidden that's put up?
Stocks.
Stocks, yeah.
It's possible.
Stocks has to be the owner. No one else would sponsor this website.
Or it could be the person that owns the 10% of the restaurant.
Oh, good tease.
Oh.
Okay. Do you have to throw in that you're going to be sending unsolicited dick pics? Should we cover that now, or are you just going to surprise them?
No, I'm a big fan of elbow pics, so I hope you guys like seeing my elbows.
Just because you're a fan of sending them out?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. What? You know, like
What?
So I tried to go to BooRadley.com. Nothing came up. But then I Googled it and I found BooRadley.com.au, which I believe is for Australia.
Yes.
And it is a woman's clothing store where apparently exactly one woman is the model for every single piece of clothing that they sell. She's in every photo. So I think this is the woman.
That sounds like a match made in heaven. And she's Australian. You love that accent. Question: is there any Jews in Australia? And also, do people going to BooRadley.com have to be Jewish?
you do not at this point. You do not.
Okay. Hopefully that means you've signed up for some other apps than yourself. But okay, great.
I really do want to encourage our listeners to please go to BooRadley.com.au and click on the shop and just scroll through every single piece of clothing that they sell is modeled by the same woman.
I gotta go to this.
Can't wait. And also,
Amazing.
also go to our sponsors website, and
I don't care about that.
If you're a girl and you hate yourself, check it out. Okay, great. Thanks, Boo. So what's your gimmick? You kind of teased it in the ad
Oh,
spot somehow.
yeah. So as you guys know, vegan restaurant. So I'm gonna start with the name of the restaurant, and then it'll all make sense
That'd be great.
because it is Tom Selleck's Mustache Mushroom Cafe.
Okay. Well, that's a horrible name.
Why didn't you just
And
call it the mushroom mustache
no,
or
because it's
Tom
Tom
Selleck's
Selleck's.
mushroom mustache?
Mushroom.
It's Tom Selleck's uh, mustache mushroom cafe.
I
Um,
don't know why. I don't know why, but I'm bothered that it's mustache mushroom and not mushroom mustache. It
Do you
seems
think
backwards.
do you think that the way you've laid this out it's an alliteration? Because it isn't. Just you've
no,
went out of your way to make sure it isn't.
can I please tell you? Basically, all the mushrooms will be shaped like Tom Selleck's mustache.
What
I'm
does that
back
That'll
in.
be
mean?
I'm
our gimmick.
100% back in.
Yep,
I was
that
fully
will
out.
be.
I'm 100% in.
Yep.
How tiny are these mushroom pieces that they have to be carved into the shape? I mean, a mushroom's not
Nope.
that big.
These are be very special ones. And all of our mushrooms will be shaped as Tom Selleck's mustache, and you can get mushroom steaks shaped like Tom Selleck's mustache.
I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
Basically,
What was that?
a mushroom steak?
Oh, a mushroom steak. I thought you said a mushroom fig, and I didn't know what that meant.
No.
You kind of like cut out. I think I said mushroom dick. I was like, what are you saying?
No, but we
Wait, are
can
you
actually
saying Tom Selleck has a mushroom dick? Because I don't think he'd take kindly to that. He can still beat you up.
The
can we
vegan
talk
Tom
about
Selleck,
now?
he might.
I'm sorry. I'm on the BooRadley.com.au website. It's so funny. So funny.
It's
Okay.
great because on that website, like it has that thing where it's like the landing page and it cycles through different pictures of different clothes. And then I just from that, I was like, wait, why is it the same woman over and over again? And then I went to the shop and scrolled through every item that they sell. Same girl, same woman.
Good for her. Get that money. Probably Boo Radley. We have theorized that you're secretly either a woman or played the women that have been on our show. Is it maybe just Boo?
Too pretty.
The listeners couldn't know that.
I can.
Oh,
It's not Boo. I'm sending the Boo Radley website out to as many people as possible right now.
why? No,
It's
no
so
one should
funny.
understand that. No one
It's
should
so
get that at all.
It's so funny.
Okay. Thrilled for you.
This is the legacy of this show.
I just
Yeah.
sent it to you.
You don't have to. I
What?
know how to go to it. Thank you for sending it to us.
One more time for the listeners because we haven't said it in a while. BooRadley.com.au as in Australia.
It's important to point out they're the first people that haven't paid us that we support fully 100%. Please go
I
there.
imagine most of our listeners are in the States. I don't know what it would cost to import Australian goods. Do it. Give this woman money. She deserves it. She's working real hard.
Worth it, baby. Okay. There's something wrong with your name. Other than that, it's a good idea for the record.
What are you talking about? What about this has been a good idea to date?
I'm not. I know that. Again, I know you're going for the alliteration, but it doesn't have to be mushrooms. I feel like.
Can you imagine a vegan place that only serves mushrooms?
Yeah, like I think if you just call it Tom Selleck steaks, and then all the steaks are shaped like his mustache, the idea works the exact same. It makes more sense.
Again, I'm only a 30% owner in this. So they have
It could be
something to
Selleck
say.
steaks. Oh, Tom
I
really
love
push for this.
I love your version of the ideal restaurant is one that you're, out of my hands. I can't do anything. I don't have enough power.
I also kind of like the idea of just do it like just detach Tom Selleck from it, and then it's just mushrooms, mustaches, and then you can have all different shaped mushrooms. That would be pretty.
I'm
fun.
sorry. Once again, how do you shape a mushroom to look like a mustache without wasting most of the mushroom?
I don't know, but we figured out the tech. Tom Selleck figured it out, and now it's fair game for all of us to use.
Is it? You remember like they did the pink slime to make like chicken nuggets, where they just took like leftover chicken parts and blended them together and called it a meal. Like I wonder if that's what they do. They carve out a beautiful mustache and then they take all the bits and pieces of mushroom they cut out and just grind it into a paste and reform it into like little breaded mushroom shaped things.
Jeeves, why are you doing this?
There's a guy right next to me.
I know that. Just because you got 2 kills in a row doesn't mean you can kill this guy. And
I cannot.
I was right.
I cannot. Okay, Muscle V, while you're poo-pooing my parade. What's your gimmick in its name?
Yep. So the name of the place is going to be the Tomahawk V Steakhouse.
That's very specific. Okay.
Wait. Tomahawk V, as in your name is Tomahawk V, or are you saying like it's Tomahawks versus a steakhouse?
No, V,
Yeah,
like my name.
Okay.
So when you said the GR will indicate that it's Gordon Ramsay, how is that being imparted?
It's not part of the name. It's probably the sub name. You know,
What?
co-owned by
Is there
GR.
You've got a
Co-owned
restaurant
by
with a
GR,
colon?
whatever.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
It's on a window. It says GR or something.
So it's Tomahawk V Steakhouse GR.
Why
There's a
why
GR
not Gordon
somewhere.
Ramsay presents Tomahawk V Steakhouse?
Because I don't want his full name on there. I want all the credit.
No, but you
What
don't.
is he contributing? What other than $1 million?
Some of the knowledge.
Some of the knowledge.
The
See,
Michelin,
you've just
Michelin
decided
star.
So you came, just to be clear, you went to Gordon fucking Ramsay and said, I've got a business proposal. The business proposal is you will be my mentee or my mentor and I will make lots of money. Like, is that what you said to him?
He gets 10% of the business. That's a good amount of money. He does no work except for mentor us.
And what do you do again in all this?
I'm the owner.
Why is it called
majority owner?
Tomahawk V?
Because Tomahawk is a badass steak.
What does the V come in?
Anyways, my gimmick.
No, don't anyways that,
So-
unless this is relevant.
So, you know when you go to like a restaurant, they bring out and they like finish the cook at the table, they light it on fire. Everything that's going to come out is going to have a finishing cook at the table.
Oh my God. Gordon Ramsay is going to murder you.
Obviously you may say, what about like the salad or the cold items? We don't fucking sell that. We only sell hot items.
So it's an anti-vegan place.
We don't do cold stuff.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I did not see that coming.
So
Your
you're
gimmick is-
saying your gimmick is tableside cookery. Like, what are you talking about?
Everything's on fire tableside.
So it's hibachi.
No, it's not hibachi. We finished.
You
the
invented
cook.
a Benihana.
We finished the cook at the table.
Gordon Ramsay
But
presents
everything,
Benihana.
your mashed potatoes, your corn, your mac and cheese, your steak, all finished at the table.
Then, do you even have a kitchen?
Yeah, we cook it in the kitchen, but we finish it at the table for the show.
But
How
every
do you-
table is
How
a
do you
hot table.
finish? How do you finish a mac and cheese at the table? Describe that to
The
me.
guy comes over, he pours some alcohol in there, lights it on fire. Ta-da, you're done.
Did you say Tadao?
It's a ta-da.
Okay. Why do you want finished mashed potatoes?
I'm just saying everything is done at the table for the wow factor. No
They've
other
already-
restaurant does this.
We already know what the menu should look like. It's Benihana. Why are you adding mashed potatoes to Benihana?
You can get whatever you want.
Here's
It's
here's
not
what
you
I
can't.
Benihana.
No, you cannot. You cannot get a
Here's-
salad.
here's where
Okay, well,
your
that's true.
mistake is.
That's true.
Here's your mistake. At a restaurant, you go. It's very quiet. You know, it's very lovely. It's got a nice atmosphere. All of a sudden, there's this flaming item in the dining room. It's a spectacle. Everybody's excited. It's cool. It's fun. It's wild because it's so rare. You've invented a fire hazard where the entire day, nonstop fire. It gets really hot in there. It's unpleasant. You're getting your eyebrows burned off. It's fire everywhere, and nothing tastes good because you're burning everything. It is a terrible, and all the majesty of the flame is lost because the whole dining room is like that. There's nothing special about it anymore.
It is special.
Well, and
It's all
there's
private dining, so you each have your own like space. Nobody else can see your table.
I was about to get
so
into this.
you've decided to have enclosed spaces, so fire hazards
It's not
and obstacles on
enclosed.
top of the fire.
Well,
Great.
so this is a Times Square restaurant. Your space was already going to be problematic, and now you've added this hot table element. How are you doing? This is like a cart up hot table, or is every table a hot table?
There's no hot tables. They
How are
come
you-
out. They come out on a cart and
Right.
light it on fire.
But you still need plenty of clearance space to have a flame cart coming by. Like you can't just have narrow.
Right.
You can't pack people in there.
I've got again, I've seen every episode of Kitchen Nightmares. I've got news for you, Muscle V. It doesn't matter how little ownership he's got, Gordon Ramsay will never in a million years let you run a restaurant with a cart that has to roll out to the table. It's not happening.
I just want to point
Also,
out he already
they would have to
invested 10%.
They would
They
would have to do it. Yeah, it's true. He got bamboozled apparently. They would have to do it for 3 to 4 times a meal, assuming you're doing it for everyone's at once. Like you have to do it for the app, you have to do it for the entree, the dessert, which sounds horrible.
There's hot desserts out there.
That you would finish, quote unquote. Again, I'm not a cook.
Yeah,
I don't
you
know
can,
if that
you can light
makes
stuff
sense.
on fire with dessert. That's especially you can.
Is that just what we mean by finishing it?
Yeah.
Oh, just lighting it on fire?
Yeah, lighting it on fire.
Yeah,
That's what we want.
I mean, you got your banana Foster. I've never seen the creme brulee lit in person, but I think that happens.
I think based on now that we know, here's the problem. Now that we know the premise of this place, you made a mistake in your celebrity. You should have chosen as your celebrity Jay Leno, and then you call the place Flom J.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. Oh man, yeah, you definitely fucked up. Isn't there like a famous arsonist you could have? Is there any famous arsonists out there?
See, my issue with that is Jay can't help me with any food stuff, restaurant stuff, like
You're
I don't
can.
You're
I don't
ignoring
think
all of Gordon Ramsay's recommendations.
Yeah, I don't think Gordon's
No,
helping you
he
here
is
either.
he is mentoring us. He's making this successful. In fact, he might put it into his restaurants.
The
Oh.
only thing, if he's contributing anything, it is ignoring your ideas and doing the polar opposite of what you want.
I don't know.
I know. Oh boy. Well, that was definitely the worst. And I didn't think the mustache-shaped mushrooms could get worse, but
I don't know why you're so out on the mushroom-shaped mustaches.
it's terrible. Yeah.
Mushroom-shaped mustache. God damn it.
God, and oh my gosh, now that I remember, you didn't even pick a restaurant. You picked an ice cream shop. Oh man, this is terrible. You've done terrible. All three of you have done terrible.
Meat.
Oh man.
They sell
Me-
rattlesnakes.
Me and Tommy Sell will be successful.
I hate that abbreviation. Veto that.
Are we doing that horrible voting thing? Because I don't want to vote for any of these.
Yeah. You. In fact, you know what? I'll make you czar. You have to pick your favorite idea. Because you won the last game, whatever we played. So.
Oh shit. Okay. Look.
Also,
love
I don't think Boo's paid attention. So I think you have
No,
to
I'm
be
paying
this one.
attention. I'm
Do
paying
you have a
attention.
favorite? Do you have a favorite?
Yeah, myself.
Well, no,
You're
no.
not
can't
allowed to
pick
pick
yourself.
yourself.
I don't think
Oh,
Boo wasn't on those episodes.
I was, but I don't see one that even comes close to Tom Selleck's mushroom mustaches.
Okay, but you
well,
have to
Mustache
pick one.
mushrooms.
Yeah, that's just not how the voting works.
Fine, if I had to pick one, I think it would be Pantsman's.
I mean, I'm not
How'd
gonna
that-
complain about that.
You remember the tour of Altali? Do you remember that was said?
Yes, but you picked a freaking ice cream restaurant on someone's house.
Not somebody's. It was Stone Cold's.
Terrible.
And Muscle V wanted to start a steakhouse with someone who owns a steakhouse.
Yeah, that
And
part
then
is
didn't do a
super
steakhouse.
shitty.
Instead, he did a weird flambe gimmick that doesn't make any sense.
We're selling steaks.
Flam J is so good.
Right? Okay. I gotta say, so again, ice cream shop, not a restaurant. I can't even consider
We
it.
sell rattlesnakes.
That's not a bonus. That doesn't give you any points.
Also, it's not you. You're not selling anything. You're just a participant in this
You're not even
That's
store.
correct. I'm purchasing rattlesnakes.
And I mean, I'm sorry, but mustache-shaped mushrooms just don't make any sense. It's fiscally irresponsible.
What don't you get about this idea? What is
Terrible.
unclear?
And like, how many mushroom-based dishes really are there? Like, I would
Ooh,
expect a
that's
vegan
dumb.
restaurant is really going to
There's-
have a little bit more,
There's
forgive me, meat to it than that.
There's 2 million mushroom-based dishes. Check that out. Endless
Okay.
supply. Absolutely not a problem.
And then, I look, Muscle V's idea is stupid. I love Gordon Ramsay. I really do. And I mean, I want it to be Flam J and not whatever dumb thing he said. But ultimately,
as Czar, you can make that change.
as much as I love Mr. Gordon Ramsay, I cannot possibly subject him to this restaurant. So I'm going with Tom Selleck on this one.
Get out of here. Get out
Yes.
of here.
Stone Cold's gonna stun you, but whatever. All right, good work,
Tommy,
Bill.
Tommy Sell for the win.
I'd have picked yours anyway, Bill. Name aside, you
It
really
was-
gotta work. Gotta
It
work
was
on the name.
clear the wind was blowing that way.
Gotta work on the name. It's a horrible one. Everything else is perfect. Don't change a thing. Okay. Good work, Boo. Why don't you and Muscle V please throw an actual poll this time and don't let pirates steal it. Let's make sure that the viewers match up with with Pants Man.
Okay, I don't know how I'm gonna put this out there, but okay.
That's right. You're a poll genius. You'll figure it out. All right. Anyway, Boo, as our most recent winner, you'll be Czar going forward for anything we need decided. But at the moment, do we have any Twitchy cues?
We only have one Twitchy Q, and the Twitchy Q is for Pants Man.
Ooh.
And the Twitchy Q is if you had one
Wait,
food item.
who asked us? Who asked us?
Oh, sorry, I can't believe I forgot. Oh God, I'm totally. Well, okay. To all the fans out there, I would apologize for that critical error.
They don't forgive you.
And this goes out to Light Switch 82, and light is spelled Lite, and switch is spelled Chitz. Light Switch.
Okay, Light Switch 82. You need to switch that name. That is an aggressive spelling of switch. I don't think that actually says that.
and
I think we just learned you don't know how to read.
this question is for Pants Man. If you could only eat one food item for the rest of your life, what would you choose and why?
Whoa. Whoa, that's a good question.
All right, I have to swing from the gut on this one. I love all kinds of foods. It's hard to pick a single thing, and I feel like the spirit of this question is not like I could say, and you would not be surprised if I said something like sandwich, but sandwich is not a food. It is a bunch of different types of foods put together. So I feel like I have to pick an ingredient for this to really be fair.
Making this really tough. All right, I like it.
And I'm just going to tell you what came right into my brain. The first thing I thought of when I heard what is the one food you'd have for the rest of your life, and the answer is grapes.
Oh my God. What?
Now,
What?
I know that is a crazy answer that doesn't seem based in anything, and it's not because I don't have grapes that often. But while I think grapes are fine and kind of a mediocre fruit, the one real true advantage of a grape is that you can freeze them, and they're even better than regular grapes. So I don't know. It popped in my brain. That's what I thought of, and I'm just going to swing from the gut on this one.
Are you giving yourself wine? Is that what you're going with too, or is that off the table? Because
I'm going to be honest with you. I think it is perfectly fair to say that if I can have grapes, then I can have wines. But I'll be honest, That was not part of my criteria when I made the decision.
Okay. I mean, you could have done worse, I guess. Yeah. You could have just said like lettuce or some shit.
Well, the interesting thing is, if I wanted to actually live on this diet forever, I probably would have picked potato, because I think if there's one ingredient that you could probably sustain yourself on by itself for the longest, I would guess the answer would be potato. It'd also give you a lot more options for variety and how you'd eat them. But
It is just
I
a better
didn't.
answer,
Yeah, I
regardless
didn't
of how
think of
you.
it. What came to my brain, the thing that popped into my brain as if it was meant to be there, was grapes.
Even the alcohol, you still have vodka. Like you don't even have that
Right?
advantage. Just a
Oh yeah.
horrible, yeah. A potato, much better pick.
I'm not going to attempt to defend this pick because I recognize it's batshit and crazy, but it is what came into my head.
It's a tough question, but you did horribly. Okay, well, thank you, Light Switch 82. I'm sorry you chose an insane person to ask that too. But great question. Keep them coming. Boo, no questions came in since that question was asked, correct?
Correct. I think we've actually lost viewers since that question was asked, unfortunately.
Doesn't I mean you can lose viewers and still get new questions. But I mean probably true. I'm only eating grapes from here forward. That'd be grounds to leave, sure.
Look, I just want to make it clear. If I was actually had a gun to my head and somebody said, "No, you really have to answer this for real," I doubt I would have stuck with grape. It's just what popped into my head.
All right. Well, so I guess this question is a nice segue into our next segment, which is why I'm guessing Boo got the question from. Or maybe he got the Twitch
No idea.
question. I don't know. But I wanted to know from you guys, what is the food that you order the most often at restaurants?
Boo's out. Boo's out, everyone.
What, answer the fucking question.
It's the question that I'm leaving because I barely can keep my eyes open. Chicken fingers. Have a great night, everyone. See you later.
Horrible
Chicken
pick. You're an
fingers.
absolute psychopath. I would be more mad at him for how quickly he left, but that is exactly how he does phone calls. It's actually super convenient. If you ever have to go and you're on the phone with him, you say, "I gotta go." He is out immediately. Okay, must be no reason to continue this game forward, but we will finish the question before we get on out of here.
So what is the question?
So what's the food that you ordered the most often at restaurants? So, and that could be your current order, it could be in the past. Like what's the one item or type of food or whatever, however you want to take this question?
I mean, if I'm going to take this very literally, I guess the answer would be fries. Although I rarely, if ever, order fries. They just come with other things that I've ordered.
So I was thinking entree for this, but I mean, that's a good point. That's a good answer. Do you have an entree that you've ordered the most often?
No, I'm sticking with fries. Just like I gutted
as
with,
an entree. As an entree.
I mean, poutine's pretty good.
Yeah, that's okay.
Look, I said grapes and I stuck with grapes. I said fries and I'm sticking with fries.
Do you order poutine often?
No.
So that doesn't answer the question.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good answer. Again, I think you're 0 for 2 in a row. I don't even order fries that often. I prefer to order the alternative sides. Give me a fried onion. Give me
Look,
onion ring.
I 100% agree with you. I would say that I'm more inclined to pick the alternative to a fry than a fry. But at the end of the day,
what is this pick?
There is no alternative that I get more often than fries themselves.
Okay. Muscle V, can you do a better job?
Please.
Of course I can. I would say wings. If there's ever wings on the menu, I will always order them.
Oh, that's a good pick. That's a really good pick.
Thank you.
I love a wing. Pants Man, do you regret your life choices or?
Look, at the end of the day, if he's got to eat wings every meal every day, and I got to eat grapes every meal every day, yeah, I do. Regret happened.
I would choose grapes as well. No, I actually use as a metric for a restaurant. If I'm trying to quantify it, I order the scallops. And that's how I can tell if you're a good or shit restaurant.
The The scallops are pretty hard to make, and not all restaurants sell them.
Yeah, that's true. I don't order it at every restaurant because they don't exist in places. But when it's available, I do order them.
Yeah.
I would also say wings aren't available at every restaurant.
True,
But anyway,
but more than
You're gonna
more than
find wings
scallops.
much more
Yeah,
likely than a
than
scallop.
scallops. Yeah.
okay, that's fine. I mean, but I've ordered a fuckload of scallop. I've scalloped up, guys. I've done my homework. In my city,
Okay.
I can map out every place by its scallop for you.
Now wait a minute. Question. So we talked before about the difference between an eat-in experience and a takeout experience. Now, have you and would you order scallops in a to-go box, or are you exclusively going to reserve that for a dine-in experience?
Have I? Yes, out of desperate COVID desperation. But would I generally? No, I have to be at like it has to be 2 years deep of a pandemic.
Yeah.
Have I done it? Yes. Was it a mistake? I don't know. I've gotten sick in the stretch, so who knows? But I wouldn't recommend it. I would get that in the restaurant.
Yeah.
There's
Good
definitely
question, though.
food out there that you're like, I would eat this, but I'm not gonna have it delivered to my house.
Yeah, my scallop consumption has gone way down recently. I will grant you that. But as things kick back up, I'm getting scallops everywhere again. I can't wait.
All right.
All right. Yeah, let's go on and get on out of here. Not quite as quickly as Boo did. So Muscle V, what do you got for us?
Yeah, come eat at my restaurant in Manhattan. Sponsored by GR.
Yeah, crazy pick. Pants Man?
I'm already asleep. I'm out.
Okay, now what would Pants Man say? Oh, you are asleep. Okay, great. No, can you real quick do what Boo would say? Nailed it. All right, and I want to remind all of you that this week's Food Week, we're going to be talking all kinds of food, hopefully Monday through Thursday, assuming we can get our full band of cronies. Monday through Thursday, roughly 10 to 11:30. Join us live. And until then, we want to remind you that ice cream parlors are totally restaurants, and everyone can suck it. Cod Daddy's out.